First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules. I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life. Well, I got some. That's one. Kill the competition. Two. Be a loyal dog. Three. And if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four. When you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five. If you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. H-I-N-A.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is the Sunday night live stream. We are live Sunday nights, every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on YouTube, on Twitch, on the Facebook, everywhere. And the show is, of course, not done by me alone. It is done with my co-host, Blackout AD. So Blackout AD, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you tonight?
What up, man? It's fucking hot in my house, dude. How you doing?
It's a heat wave out there. You got AC now or no?
No, dude. No.
Oh my God. You're a savage.
No, dude. No. I'm not doing this on purpose, dude. It's fun.
That sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah, and like the little AC I do have, well, obviously, like my setup now is in the kitchen. Well, in the kitchen living room. And my little AC over there is working its darnest to try to cool this place down. But I'm so far away from it, don't matter. And then I got these bright ass lights, so whatever, man. I'm here though. I see somebody who almost wasn't here though.
What you talking about, Willis?
I almost had to start the show without you, dude. It was like, damn.
No, it's funny. I like misjudged the time, and I was like, I got a few minutes. And I start I just got back from the road. So I start putting stuff away. And before I know it, I'm like, I got 5 minutes. And I ran back to the back, turned everything on. I was like, damn. So my apologies to AD. I like the minute I went go live, he got the invite. So let's acknowledge some people in the chat. We got some folks in the chat. Birdie wants to let you guys know that he's first, bitches. All right.
Hello, Bird.
Ready to go?
The illustrious co-host of the late night. Shout out Donna. She's been gaming with us.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to the show, Donna. Let's see. You threw some ADs in the chat.
Don't gloss back. Come on, dude. That's the hub. You try to gloss by it.
What? Okay.
Thank you.
I had posted this before. You said Llama was cutting it close. I was. Mm-hmm. Now, sleep in it. Is that different than sleep on it, or you just did a typo?
Sometimes you fall asleep to it.
Okay.
Nothing more, nothing less, Llama.
I'll just put this up here.
After pre-Llama. I mean, I'm biased. I'm Switzerland. Exactly. I'm on both shows. I'm on all three, really. It's like a little competition every weekend of like which show's gonna get the most views. Obviously, we are here, but
right. But
between them, they're definitely competing a little bit.
And you're at the center of it all. That's the thing.
Right. That's the point.
Oh man. And then we got the other AD, scared witless AD Whitman. He's saying, just saying what's up, won't be in chat, but we'll be listening. Man, we appreciate that.
You keep the tabs open, we don't got a problem with it.
Exactly. Hey, a funny thing or interesting thing he's doing is he's doing sponsorships for some of his videos. And so I had hit him up, and he's going to sponsor, or we're gonna pay for him to advertise on his channel and when he does his live streams and stuff. So excited to do something like that, and it's he does it for all types of channels. So I like that. I like that idea. Jay Birdie. Big Papi Angie's in the building. Welcome, sir. I thought for sure he'd still be streaming, trying to counter our programming.
Yeah, crazy he does it. Hey, he has been streaming a lot this week, though. Well, I want to formally apologize to what we did to him and his friends. He asked to play some games with me, Gabe, and a little bird named Tangeray. And I was like, I felt bad. I was like popping into their stream. You could just hear the frustration in their voice. I was like, he set him up. He set them up.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. He's been streaming a lot because we've been gone all week. So
he's nothing else to do.
He's on there.
Like it.
Katie's in the building. Hey yo. Hey, yo.
So how you doing? You weren't here last week?
I'm good, man. I had a great week. I was in Fort Myers up until a few hours ago, so I just drove back. I saw Mission Impossible. I went on a llama rant to Regal Theaters. I'll share it with you guys here. But watching baseball and melting, bro. It's like been 110 degrees out there. It's insane. It's insane. And I went to Fort Myers Beach, and now I don't know if you know or anyone knows, Fort Myers Beach is still recovering from the last hurricane that hit them, and I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it is terrible. Like the beach is like completely decimated, and I didn't know that. We went to go look to see how bad it was, and it was horrific. But the sun was so damn hot; it was like miserable hot. Like I stepped on the beach and I was instantly miserable. I wanted to die.
Yeah.
But
definitely what they call it, global warming. It's definitely something's going on right now, because you even see it like obviously like in the majors. I've been on my sports betting tip. We haven't really talked in a while.
No, I know.
But I've been on my sports betting tip, so I've been watching a lot of sports lately. And today it was just like the game just started. It was like the first thing. Obviously they do their warm up and shit, but just somebody hit a double, like cruises, like had to run for it. They get off, take their helmet off, and it literally just like water falling. It was like in New York, I believe, and just water falling from the helmet. I'm like, God damn, it's hot outside. Like even here, like yesterday, tomorrow's projected to be like 98 here with the dry weather. Like I'm not looking forward to that at all, because fucking 90 is bad here.
Yeah. No, I mean everywhere you go. So it's like it's not even like a Florida thing. It's just anywhere you go, it is like crazy ass temperatures, and it's just miserable. Like I don't mind the heat. Like I can adjust to the heat. But there's a point where you get to, you're like, nah, I'm done with this. I hit that point this weekend for sure. Yeah. But and then AC units, conk out like in your place and other places, man. It's like, this is crazy. This is
a great time to have an HVAC business.
Oh, for sure.
The HVAC business booming.
Oh my God, they are killing it right now. They are killing it. No, so I saw Mission Impossible. I thought that was good. There's a couple things that I saw online. One is Mission Impossible because I saw it, and I want to talk about that. But there's also a couple of things, and I wanted to get your take on this because I wasn't sure. I don't think you really care one way or another, but I kind of want to get your take on YouTubers are now being kind of attacked on Twitter and other places for continuing to do their work, and they're not part of SAG, they're not part of the strike and anything, and so because they're using content that is protected, or they're using I don't know, but they're now starting to be like, why aren't you shutting down your channel? Why aren't you supporting the writer's strike and the actor strike?
That's too much. They won. I mean, they're probably making top tier YouTubers are probably making good money off the shit, but like they're trying to survive.
Yeah.
Two, they're not part of if they are part of the guild, maybe it's a little bit different. Like you look at it a little bit differently, like if you are somehow a YouTuber that's a part of it, like I do think you take it into consideration. But if you're not a part of it, I don't think you should stop your channel for that. Like,
yeah. No, I think
I mean, just the people need, like, it's kind of like their way of like getting conversations are still going about all these movies because of these YouTube channels. Like what's the like the other side of it? Like we're not hearing about any updates. We're not hearing about what's going on with the strike. Like we just don't hear about it at all. I don't think that's fair either.
No, I think it's right now the strike is at the ugly point where there's a hard line stance. Nobody's negotiating. It's give us our things and whatever. And like people are making their comments and saying things. And listen, I believe that you should definitely fight for your benefits and all that stuff. But some of these actors, man, are calling out executives big time, man. That shit's gonna backfire, man, because they don't fucking forget. Like there's James Gunn's brother is calling out Bob Iger like by name, and he's listing his salary and talking all kinds of shit. I'm like, it's one thing to say, hey, the executives are greedy, we need our money, like we need a fair deal. I'm all for that, but like when you start calling out by names, you don't think these guys are gonna remember James Gunn's brother was talking some shit? I know I would. I'd be petty as hell. I'd be like, I remember this dude when he needs a contract. Fuck him.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a reason he's calling him out, right? Like, it's to be held accountable because, like, when you think about like these big companies that you don't know who the face is, like of course, like you said, James Gunn's brother, like, obviously James Gunn is doing some big things with DC, and his brother's gonna be involved in that somehow. So like, him calling him out kind of benefits them, especially if it goes their way. Which I do see it like it's gonna. I mean, there's gonna be a happy medium for both parties eventually because there's too much money in this in this industry that they're not gonna. It's not like we're never gonna see a movie again. There's gonna be an agreement. They're gonna do all this. Like, so I think making like that side have people be accountable like puts pressure on those people, and like, yeah, maybe there will be some pettiness, but like also what is an executive gonna do to James Gunn's brother when James Gunn is one of the hottest commodities right now, and his brother's always going to have work. Like, I don't think there's going to be a time where, like, unless the movie sucked, then, that's a different story. Then they might be fucked.
He gets run out of Hollywood. His brother's going to go with him.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, man. And, I mean, I get it. Like, he's one of those. I just happen to, like, focus in on what he's gone viral. So they're posting it everywhere. That he's calling out Bob Iger and all this stuff. I just thought it was interesting because I don't have a problem with people having their opinion on it. I just, again, be careful what you say because later on it comes back to bite you in the ass. That's all I think. But yeah, I'm not part of SAG or AFTRA or all any of that shit. So I am.
You didn't have to make that clear.
No, I didn't have to make that. But like that's the interesting part is like they are attacking the higher level YouTubers, and just saying, look, you're now benefiting or profiting from contracts that are unfair, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So, but a couple YouTubers have come out with statements, and some of them are part of SAG, though. Some of them, a couple of them are.
Again, if they're a part of it, then that's different. But if you're not, then I don't think you have any responsibility to. You just do what you're doing. Like, there is a place in the ecosystem for that. People to still talk about these products that are going to come out eventually. Again, none of these things are like. Think about it. Deadpool 3 is not going away.
No,
I don't care if this fucking shit takes 10 years to resolve. Like, we're still gonna get Deadpool 3 at some point. You know what I mean? There's gonna be fucking Ryan Reynolds in a wheelchair if we need. But like, we're not losing these properties. So like, I think there needs to be like in the content realm, like people still talking about it and getting things across and like even theorizing, and like it just makes it more fun as a casual. Again, if you're a part of it, then I can see where that is the thing. Now, I don't agree with like YouTubers, like if they're not a part of it, and I don't see you having to respond or put out a statement. Like, I think that's a little bit showing weakness of like you're too controlled by like your community a little bit. I don't feel like that's something that needs to be addressed if you're not a part of it. And even if you are a part of it and you're not like a part of these big budget films, then that's another thing. Like, you can be a part of the guild and not be involved with any of these things. You're just talking about it, and just by association, you're a part of it. Like, again, it's really to the person. Like,
no. I mean, if this is their side hustle and they're not writing for it, just look, it's my thoughts and whatever. So I don't know. It's all pretty interesting because they're just continuing to try to find reasons to like make people look kind of bad online. So it's been interesting to watch. Part of that, again, I was just doing a bunch of reading because we were sitting at the baseball game, some on rain delays. That, and then the new rock stars laid off a bunch of people. Eric Voss is like this guy's been squeaky clean up to this point. Now he's in the news cycle because he laid off a bunch of people, and they're all started talking shit about him, and so it's just interesting. I find this all fascinating.
The people that got laid off are talking shit about him.
No. See, the people who got laid off, he put out a tweet and said, "Hey, these 4 people were great people. We love them. Yeah. We wish them well." But now you're starting to get like lower level underlings that are coming out talking shit about him and about how things are run, and that's like to me, it's like the feeding frenzy of like, this guy is up there, right? Has a very successful channel, has all these things going on, and now they just want to tear his ass down. And I just find that fascinating because it sucks. But
so, I mean, from the perspective of like, all right, I guess my perspective is the esports side of things. Right. I've been seeing like, I mean, just the content realm getting paid off of YouTube. Like you're starting to see, like, think about it. A couple years ago, like the money they were getting was a crazy amount of money, and it's starting to dwindle down. Like even like for what we're doing and what you're doing specifically, like if you were to have done this 2018, 2019, 2020, you probably would have been making some money because of just the landscape. And I feel like a lot of these companies, a lot of these things got too big too fast. Like this happened recently. I mean, again, in esports, you see it a lot of like layoffs and stuff like that. Like just in all around, like big companies that are making money, or like the biggest companies that are perceived to be making the most money, you know, they're laying people off. And 100 Thieves, this recent, so obviously like COD, I'm huge into COD. Right now is the off season, and 100 Thieves have won a world championship 2 years ago. They won a championship this last year, not a world championship, but they won one this last year. And they got rid of like basically all their players. Like they didn't re-sign anybody. And they're normally the team that I mean, they're the big money team. They're the team that sells the most merch. They have good eyes, whatever. And they just released a video that was like what their plans were going forward. And they like said it like blatant, like, listen, you know, at one point the money was coming in.
Right.
We were drowning in money. We were also trying to compete with other orgs, and we saw a vision for where our company could be. So to get, you know, like League of Legends specifically is like one of the bigger esports, and they got some top players early on to win a championship. They were saying like, you know, League of Legends is a pay to play type of thing. You buy the best players, you win championships. We did that. And, you know, it basically boiled down to where they're realizing, and with their budgeting, there's like, we don't have as much money, or we could do more with less. And that's where these budget cuts are coming from. Again, it just seems like the whole online industry like was at a point where like almost like inflation in reverse, I guess, you know, in terms of like they were making so much money, and now it's kind of like going the scale of like where it should be. And like, you know, again, with COD is my biggest experience of like seeing this, but you're seeing teams like they had to pay 25 mil to get a spot, right? And now teams like there was like talks of like the league paying money back to some of these organizations because they didn't make as much because of course the pandemic hit when it happened. But again, the pandemic showed people, I think it's just like things are leveling out. So like for a new Rockstars, like a company that was so big, they needed that talent. They need that talent. It's not that they don't need it. Especially, I mean, they got 3 different channels now. They're like trying to make a company out of this. And I think, again, you start seeing it. I mean, I seen it with No Jumper. They laid off a bunch of people. And it's like the company, all these like big media companies are starting to be like, all right, we need to downsize because we can still make good money, but we need to cut some of our costs, you know. So it's just a business thing. And I don't know. It's interesting for our perspective because we're trying to build something. And it's like, oh, we'll see like what the market was, what is now, and what it might be in a couple years. And like, I don't know. It's good learning lessons for us to like pay attention to now.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. And like I said, a lot of these groups, and this is what I find, this is the probably the most interesting piece, is that new rock stars merged or grabbed a couple of different, you know, personalities. Real Rejects have merged with a couple of different channels, and like they became big, you know, entities, and they have clothing lines and they have all these types of ad revenue coming through. So now, instead of it being a homegrown, hey, it's me and another guy, we just did this and we're blackout, right? It becomes, this is the brand and the business. And so, you know, relationships get severed, and people's, you know, people who thought their claim to fame was to be a YouTuber on New Rockstars, right? Like here's the thing too, like a couple of them stopped generating content on their own channels. And that's, I think, their biggest mistake, because they were exclusive to New Rockstars.
I agree to that. But I also think that it might have been a contract thing, or because this was for No Jumper, which is like, I don't know if you heard, I think I've mentioned it to you, but I don't know if you're too familiar. But anyways, it started out with one guy like doing interviews, and then it grew to like a company. And at one point, they had different live stream shows with different personalities, and all those personalities left. Right now, there was a thing though where these personalities were streaming on the side. Like they would go home after they were doing their content, go stream. They would make it was like a weird thing where like the main guy of No Jumper realized in that moment, like, damn, like I should have kind of maybe had these guys a little bit more under contract, under lease. Like I gave them too much freedom. They got too big, and then it was like once there was like a crack in like the chink in the armor, they all left and went and they all started their own thing together because again, they had that thing. I feel like New Rockstars was more of a you can't do that, like I don't think they were letting MT Entertainment like MT do his own shit because he was really good. Like if he's making videos on his own, people are gonna watch that shit just as much as they watch his videos on New Rockstar. So I don't know if he's one of the ones that got let go or not, but
yeah, he was one of the.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best ones on there, which is crazy. Yeah,
I think it was him. There was 3 on-air personalities and 1 like producer type person, but they were pretty big, and they all posted it on social media. They were all they didn't blast anything. They just say, hey, we're unemployed now.
But also it could be very well be a thing where they are cutting down on money, and it's like again, MT did so much. Think about especially the last year of like, at least for me, I watched a lot of his shit during the streaming era of Disney Plus, right? Like a lot of this streaming stuff. I watched a lot of his breakdowns and like things that he was talking about, like when it came to She-Hulk and stuff. Maybe he just got too big where they couldn't realistically pay him the money he deserves, and it's like, well, you can stay with us, make way less money, or you can go try to get a bag somewhere else. It could be something like that too. And maybe again, I don't know. I haven't seen none of that, so I kind of want to like dive into it now because again, learning lessons for what we're trying to do with Blackout. Because what I like about Blackout is not like what you said. Is we're not starting out where it's just like, oh, we're just doing this. Like we're making it very clear we have a plan with this. Like we want to, if this works, we're making it a business. It's going to be different facets of this business. Like that's what we're building from the ground. So if you come in, you're already knowing that. A lot of people build it off of just we're making this is my hobby, and then it turns into like something like a New Rockstars where they have. And I think that's where like it's kind of a moment of weakness in like the EA Voss type of thing, because it's like, all right, well, again, a chink in armor. Like maybe we can attack him and like bring him down even further. He just lost a lot of talent. Like maybe we can hurt his brand even more.
Yeah. Oh no, and he addressed. So there was I guess one of those websites where you can rate your employer and talk about. I forgot. I think it was Glassdoor. So there's a big old Glassdoor write-up on EA Voss and all this other stuff. So he had to respond and say, look, this is someone we can't confirm who it is, so on and so forth. I just, like I said, up to this point, I had never looked at those guys or these channels as like businesses. Again, maybe that's their creative and deceptive marketing on their part to say, hey, we're just guys like you who, we're nerds and we like to talk about stuff. But now I look back at it, it's a complete business. Like the whole thing is a giant, and it started with Straw Hat Goofy and all these guys when they had those management contracts and trying to get out of them. So I started to realize at that point that these guys are, yes, they are incredibly, they are lucky and they are talented, right? They were at the right place at the right time. Yeah. But later it becomes money and somebody who can get you out there. So. Yeah. Hell! I just thought it was an interesting discussion. So I was like,
but I think it's a dope discussion, honestly, because again, it caters to what we're doing. But I think like what like my biggest thing with Blackout is like preaching to like Gabe, preaching to like Bird. Like, yeah, we're doing shows together, but like let's do our own shit. We're gonna learn how to eat off our own shit. So like if it ever came down to like we all get too big to be under Blackout for some reason, or like, like somebody wants to leave. It's like, you built that right to go get a bag somewhere else. Like you learned how to run your own side of your own business out of it, like, yeah, you did it with us. Like we all did it together, but like, I want everybody to understand how they can make money their own way, so it's never a like where it comes to a point, like if we have to let somebody go, it's like, you're just, we fucking dropped you. You know what I mean? Like, because you never know. Like, again, like I think about it maybe too much sometimes, but like you never know what happens. Like you see it all the time. Like friendship and business is a hard thing to really have, you know, like, and in my head, it's like, what's the best way to navigate these kind of situations? And these kind of things are learning lessons because again, like some of these guys I'm building this shit with are my best friends. Even you, like you have become one of my closest friends. Like I talk to you more than I talk to a lot of family members, you know?
Yeah,
so it's like we gotta take that in consideration when we're building this. And that's why I think like maybe a company like New Rockstars going forward, like let them do their own shit. So like they don't have nothing about it. It's like you gave them the platform and also you taught them how to do something. They can't really say any bad shit about you, you know? Like
right. Oh, exactly.
You taught them how to fish and how to make the food.
Right.
So, I don't know. Yeah, good topic though.
No, like I said, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was just, and I wanted to get your take on obviously the SAG stuff, but also this because it was like, I always kind of wonder where your head's at when this kind of stuff. My head is old school, so I was like, all right, it's business moves. I know what it is, but at the same time, like, what's a different perspective than my own, right? Like, how would somebody else look at this? So, so interesting stuff, man. Definitely stuff that I'm going to keep reading up on. I'm fascinated by it. So
this is something I'm going to definitely go check in right after the show. Like, because I haven't heard none of this, honestly. Like, there hasn't been a MCU project. I mean, even Secret Invasion, like I haven't been like thoroughly interested in. So I haven't like gone to their page too much. But what I do like, I have noticed is like the Real Rejects. Like they have been expanding and bringing on like different like personalities, and I like that shit. But again, it's like I don't know. It's a weird time in like this industry, especially like if you're a creator out in LA. Like I think that has something to do with like what's going on with like this online shit too. Because I don't know, it's weird.
Well, and I'll also say, like, I know the views are down. I know that for sure. Not across YouTube, but for those channels, the views are down. But the reason that they're down is because the content isn't there. Like Marvel isn't pumping out a movie every other month, right? Like they were for the last 2-3 years.
But and also, what it is, I mean, like why I don't watch it is because some of the shit is not interesting. Like I don't care about Secret Wars or Secret Invasion as much as.
Right.
Like I thought I was a couple months ago because like a lot of things have let me down through this time. So, I mean,
right. If those movies aren't uber popular and they don't have like a good like water cooler moment or discussion, their content is based on the fact that you want to know more and that they can break it down for you. And if you're not watching those shows, you're not watching their shows. So it's kind of a trickle effect. So I understand it completely. And so, but it's also changed how I've looked at a couple of things where I'm like, yeah, those things aren't prevalent anymore. Like I don't really I honestly have not watched Secret Invasion yet. I would have normally have watched it by now. I'm kind of like, well, wait and see. And that's not like me, right? But that's me changing my tastes overall from the experiences I've had with Marvel and everything else. So I haven't watched New Rockstars. I haven't watched The Deep Dive. I haven't watched Real Rejects that much because I used to watch it because of the Marvel or because of the movies coming out. I wanted to get your input on it. But so I can totally see that all this stuff is kind of, happening all, for the same reasons, I guess. Yeah. So, and the strike doesn't help it either because it pushes content back. So you've got a lot of things to think about. So as a business, you got to cut your losses.
What was annoying for me is like the one movie I'm fucking excited for is Deadpool 3. We get I mean, we didn't even talk about like, I don't know if you've seen like more of it, like after you did the late night with AD and Jay Birdie. I mean, how was your experience on that actually?
That was actually really good. That was actually good.
I thought it was a good time.
It was good. It was good. And we got into really good discussions, which I enjoy. And because I wasn't hosting, I felt freer than I've ever been.
Although there was a point you were talking.
I
was like, oh man, I felt so bad. Like even my girlfriend was like, Llama wasn't talking too much if he didn't host, huh? And I was like, I was like, it's kind of my fault. Like I felt like I was just talking about.
No, and listen, I know my place and I know my role. So when you guys talk UFC and if I haven't watched the card, I'm not going to be a jackass and be like, yeah. And the guy with the red shorts did. No, fuck that. I didn't watch it. I sit back and I wait till that topic is over. Yeah. So, but it's all good, man. It was a really good time. So if you guys have not, I'm a promo for you. If you guys have not seen the episode, the late night with Birdie and AD, I was honored to be a guest on the show this last week that came up. So if you haven't checked it out, go to Blackout GG on YouTube, and the video is there. Episode 6 or 5, I think.
6.
Episode 6. So
yeah.
I was on there if you guys want to catch the late night show. All right. So I'm going to ask, did you see Mission Impossible, or have you had a chance to see it?
No, I've never even seen the first Mission Impossible, dude.
No. Okay. So there's a reaction right there. There's a reaction right there. No. So I will say two things. I will say that the movie was really good. The movie was really, really good. I'm going to go see it again, actually, in the theater, a different theater, but for many, many different reasons. It's Mission Impossible. It's a great time. It's exactly what's billed on the advertisement. There are suspenseful moments. There are great stunts. It's really good. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. And it's a bit long though, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's a lot to ask of an audience, but it doesn't feel that long. It doesn't feel like it drags or anything because it's constant action for the time, and it's a good story. So like you're not like bored at any point in the movie. But I did have a bad theater experience.
Oh, here goes Llama Rant.
Yeah, put up the.
I gotta put a sound. I don't even have my soundboard up there.
My legs.
My legs.
I'll keep the story brief. I will. I promise. Famous last words. My leg. There you go. So I was in Fort Myers. Okay, and I anytime I'm somewhere, I go, okay, where's the local theater? Let me see if I can catch a movie. I like to see new theaters and different things. It's Regal's Screen X. If you've ever heard of this bullshit, it's essentially you have the screen in front of you, and then they project shit on the sides of the theater. So like it's a complete immersion, like you're in the movie, whatever. And my first red flag, right? I walk into the theater and it looks like a regular theater. I'm like, okay, there's nothing other than the entrance. The entrance looked really, really nice. Looked like a regular fucking theater. The seats were shitty. Everything looked shitty. I was like, oh, okay, this is red flag 1. So we sit down. I'm like, I don't see screens on the side. Like, how are we going to see the images that are clear? They basically project these images on the walls. Like there's not a fucking special screen or anything. Then the next red flag is the sound. They turn on a preview and it's on the like the commercial, like where they just play commercials. So I'm like, okay, maybe they don't turn the sound system on for this shit. Okay, whatever. Then the real previews come on. Sounds like shit. Like sounds like AM radio. Fucking. I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. I was. I mean, my kid was next to me, and he's like looking at me, waiting for me to explode and become Karen and go to see the manager. But I was like, fuck. I'll just ride this one out. Movie. For movie starts, the little Screen X thing comes on, looks really cool. It's delayed by like 3 milliseconds. Like the screen changes, and then 2 seconds later it changes with it. So that's already off. And I'm like, oh, I can't even fucking enjoy the movie. I'm going to be focused on how slow the movies on the side are. So that happened the entire movie. The Screen X shit sucks. The sound sucked. And then to top it all off, there's a leaky roof because it rained all day. and it hit me in the chest and in the leg in the seats I was sitting in. So you got to know.
Llama was fuming, dude.
Oh my God.
He's an easygoing guy, but if his movie theater's fucked, he's not having a good time.
Listen, man, I was like, how much worse could this get? And then the movie was really good. So like I had an avenue to escape, right? To just enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
But it was a fucking horrific experience. The Screen X shit is horrible. I paid $20 per seat which I've never paid for. 20, like I usually pay 15. I'll pay 15, 18 if I'm going to a really nice theater or whatever. I paid $20 a freaking seat plus convenience fees of like $5 a seat. So I paid $25 a seat for 3 people. I paid for them, $75 out the door, and this thing was like a regular fucking theater with shitty sound and everything. I didn't get my money back because I didn't pull the Karen card and go get the manager.
I would have been okay with all the other shit, but when something leaked on me, I would have been like, nah, bro, I need my money back.
It was bad, man.
Somebody pissed on me, dude. I don't know. It was dark in there.
Well, here's the thing. I thought it was my drink. I thought it was my drink first. So I was drinking the drink, and then first of all, we were sitting one row down, and it looked like shit. So we moved one row back. Like I normally don't do that because I feel like if I pick the seats, is where I'm sitting. So I moved one row back, and then instead of it hitting my leg, it was hitting my chest. So it looks like there was ceiling tiles just above me that were leaking. Yeah. And it stopped, and I was just pissed, man. I was just like fuming. You know me, man. But I knew I was making my kids uncomfortable because they kept looking at me like little Llama just kept looking at me like, you all right? You okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And we left the theater, and I was like, this fucking sucks. Like when I got up, I stood up and I just said that, and I started walking out. And then I get to the hotel, and my wife's giving me shit. She didn't go. So she's like, did you go to the manager, get your money back? I was like, no. She's like, you're stupid. You should have. I'm like, I know.
It's like, I know.
Exactly. I felt so bad. I roasted them on Twitter. They wrote me back on a DM, and we'll
give you your money back, dude.
I'm gonna get my money back. I hope. I send them my receipts and everything. So
let's go. That's fire. Shout out Regal. But also fix your fucking roof, dude. What the fuck? Tough
Listen, Regal just like takes a movie, like the same movie experience, and like dresses it up and like, hey, check this out, right? Like I was gonna check out their 4DX, which was the moving seat one.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Never again.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that again. Yeah, don't do that.
No. I'm never going back to Regal. Yeah, exactly. Like what? Like I kept thinking about him. Like that might be annoying to me. That's like watching like the Shrek ride in Universal. All right. So Mission Impossible was good. Fuck you,
Regal wasn't good. Mission Impossible was good. Regal was not.
No. And you know what? The other thing is I tagged Mission Impossible movie because I know that they're looking for reviews. I was fired up. I said Mission Impossible was good, but your theater sucked.
I would have gave a normal 7 out of 10, but a 6.5 because of the theater's ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not that they care about my opinion on this thing, but
yeah, one day they will, though, Llama.
One day, yes, exactly. Just want to go to the chat. We got a couple people who joined us. Ace is in the chat. She joined us earlier. Ace, how are you?
Yeah, I was about to say I gotta before we go to the chat, I just had a betting moment. I had my last $5 of the day. I was like, for some reason the Astros are playing the Angels right now. I'm like, the Astros are losing 7-3. I'm like, I'm gonna put my last $5 in my account today. Because I had the last couple of days I've won a lot since I've done this, to be honest.
Listen to you, man.
Hey, last couple of days though, I'm up like 200. So I was like, fuck it. This is one of those last minute plays. Like, fuck it, I'm feeling good. They're losing. The Astros are losing 7-3. I put the bet in. I check when the show starts. They're up 9-7.
What?
9. I'm like, whoa, all right. Oh. And then Ohtani hits a bomb. He's really great, man. That guy's good. But safe to say, I won that bet. So, ching ching. I was on a losing streak all day until that bet right there. Boom.
Look at you. We're gonna start an AD betting channel.
Yo, so for the pre-Llama show, I said for the Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier card, we're gonna do like a little parlay for the show. Like we'll build one for the show and see if we win. I think that'd be like a little fun thing, you know. Especially because you see a lot of like UFC fighters, UFC content talk about like parlays and shit, like I think it would be nice. And I got really close on the last fight, and I did it like I'm still trying to learn like the best way to bet, because there's definitely a strategic way to be doing this, like in terms of like just making smart bets, seeing what the stats are. And like I was like fucking around. I picked a lot of fight, obviously. Like I picked a lot of good fights. And like there was like one or two I was off on, so I didn't win big money on it, but I definitely was picking some decent fights.
All right, I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Maybe I can put some money on it and use some of your bets. All right, excellent. So Ace was here, and then we had Roman. He said he was here, and he was fashionably late, but he was here. Now you guys started talking about Adam 22.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know who that was, and I Twitter searched Adam 22, and I saw some things I should have seen.
You seen his penis, dude?
No, but
it's on Twitter.
Saw his wife.
You saw his wife.
That's what I said. I was like, I looked it up. I was like, everyone's talking about this Adam thing, and I'm like, let me look this up. Oh,
oh shit.
Oh, this is interesting. Let me keep going down this rabbit hole. Chat Mom is in the building. Hercules Outlaws in the building.
Welcome, Herc.
Welcome. Now, when we were talking about the movie theaters, Chat Mom says movie theaters were so lame.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that either. Hercules says all my homies hate Regal Cinemas. You should. Fuck them.
Especially after the drip shit on you,
dude. So much money for a bunch of people to be near me. I get that.
I don't.
I don't like people near me when I sit. But I strategically buy my seats that way.
Yeah, me too. I'm sitting in the far corner. I'll sit in the front if I have to. I don't care.
I usually will figure out like if there's like a party of 4 or 5, and then there's like one seat, and then I'll take the next 4. Usually nobody sits in that one seat, and I sit there. Or the seats again. The seats just above the handicap section are usually pretty good. Nobody really wants to sit there. I don't know why. They're really, really good seats. We're talking about dookie water dripping on you.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Please don't tell me, because I didn't look to see what color the water was. I just left the theater.
It was brown, bro.
Hercules says we haven't had a llama rant in a while.
Yep.
Birdie hates the theater.
And Birdie hates everything that's like oof,
That's people.
He just hates everything, dude. You ever notice that Birdie he's like, yeah, I don't fucking like it. I do a thing now where I hear somebody, and it's because of Birdie, I do it. But I'll hear somebody be like, oh yeah, you seen this movie? It's a great movie. And I'm like, that movie fucking sucks. Because like people's first reaction is always like, what? Like,
yeah,
you think, and I learned that from Birdie, so I use it to shock and awe.
Oh my god,
movie's garbage.
Well, but sometimes Birdie is, and so I don't know if it's Birdie just trying to get a rise out of me or if he's really serious. But for the most part, he's been serious. Like he doesn't like. It's not like he's.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's defending his stuff.
Yeah,
he's not a dickhead. He's just an asshole.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference. Chat Mom says Twitter roast.
I hate when it goes on Twitter, dude.
Yeah, come on, man.
If I was your PR guy, I'd be tight. No, come on, not again, dude.
Not again. Get off Twitter. Jadacorn's in the house. Let's see. What is this? 3.3 because PB drizzled into my soda. No. I hopefully there wasn't anything on my soda. That's gross. Let's see. She said Birdie sparked us to get back into Sons of Anarchy. Herc never finished the show.
Yeah. Bird does speak highly of Sons of Anarchy.
I've never seen it. I want to. I want to start watching it, but not for the channel. But I just want to start watching it because I trust in Birdie's judgment on TV shows and movies.
Yeah,
he is.
I enjoy. I realize because we watched a couple shows like The Sopranos. There's a couple shows that we watched around the same time, and I just enjoy like he's a good person to conversate with when you're watching a show because like. Again, like you said, his perspective on it is really good. And, there's just good conversation back and forth. Like I don't know. I feel like when you talk about some shows with or shows with certain people, you don't really get anything out of the conversation. I feel like with Birds, like I'm always like, oh shit, I didn't think about it like that, or whatever. He's always had some weird fact, especially if it's like something with Italian mob. He always says some weird fact, like, oh, this guy was in this movie. Like, how do you remember that?
No, he's a wealth of knowledge, man. He's actually the wrestling reactions we did. It was so much fun because there was finally somebody who knew what I knew about wrestling, or knew at least some of the stuff that I referenced, right? So Birdie's just great. This is a great conversation with Birdie for sure. I think we talked. After the show, after the late show, about him hanging out with him and having a beer at his work, and I'm like, oh, it'd be fun.
You should do it.
Just go out there and talk shit.
If you get punched in the face, he got your back, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, of course. I don't worry when I'm around Birdie, to be honest. I don't worry. I don't normally worry, but I am.
You feel safe with him?
I feel safe with him.
The hunk of man Bird is. You feel good?
I feel safe in his arms.
Yeah. It's okay, dude. I also feel safe.
I don't know. It's something about Birdie's presence, man. I'm like, if they're gonna fuck with somebody, they're gonna mess with him, not me.
Yeah, but they won't. I don't know that. That's the thing. Like, again, going out with these guys, like, we're all not. I'm not saying we're like intimidated, like we go in like trying to be dickheads, but like people notice us, and they also like they see like if they fuck with us, like it's not gonna be a good time for them.
No,
just in general. Like you think about it, like me, you, and Bird are three big men. Like it's not going to be a good, like you pick a fight with us, it's going to be a bad time for you. Like you're going to have to deal with all three of us. And it's like,
right.
Like Birdie might knock you out. I might knock you out. You might dick to dick them. I don't know, dude. Like the options are endless there. But imagine we get in a bar fight and just like,
exactly. Somebody. That's the first thing we're going to say. Birdie says, I wouldn't let Llama get punched in the face. The other guy will sleep on it. No, for sure.
Sleep on it, Chat Mom said.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hashtag there. Hercules says, everybody in Blackout carry themselves in different levels of confidence, and really what makes us have good chemistry and how we all bounce off each other.
I agree.
For sure. Like I said, I'm not joking when I say I feel safe in Birdie's arms.
I'm glad, dude.
That's why I wear his shirts.
He said the confidence, and that's why I wear shirts to feel safe at night. Oh man,
it's very intimidating.
I'll let your wife hear that. You won't find that shirt again, dude. I had it with this fucking shirt.
I'm telling you, this shirt is infamous now. It's like it's been discussed multiple times in this household.
What do your kids think about the shirt, dude?
I don't know. I think Big Poppy knows it's Birdie's shirt. He'll say, "Is that Birdie's shirt?" Like he'll comment. Not, the rest don't give a shit. It's just a black shirt, but Oh, this is the best part. We were on the road trip, and I have little Llama with me, and I go, "Hey, we're in a new town. We gotta go to the gas station, pick up a gas station T-shirt." And we stood there. We were like, "All right, which shirt do we get, and which wave cap do we buy with it?"
Oh no, the Llama wave cap is hilarious.
We look like Malibu's Most Wanted just in there.
Is that a freaking musket?
For sure. Let's see. Birdie says, me and AD have so many drinking stories already, and only really been chilling 2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, like from our friendship, like every time we hang out, we always come back with something. Like every time, no matter we're in Florida, we're in Denver, like there's always a story from a night hanging out with us. So it's a good time. So he said some featuring Hen Dog. Yep. Hen Dog's another one. That's like the three, like I think Donna, who was in the chat earlier, she was like, she said, I think Bird like made a joke like she only drinks like a little bit. She's like, well, I'm sorry I don't drink like to get fucked up like you guys. It's like, no, we drink to live. When we're out together, we're drinking to survive out there. We've been on benders for like days where it's like, I have to keep drinking because I'm gonna crash if I stop. If I stop drinking for an hour, I'm going to sleep for a long time.
No, listen, I talked to the wife about like going out there like to meet up with you or something, and she's like, "Yeah, go. You can't hang with them."
Oh no, dude. If you were to come out by yourself for like, let's say you give me 3 days, you come out for 3 days, you don't have the wife, you don't have the kids, you don't have to worry about your responsibilities for those 3 days. It's gonna be like a hangover situation. And if Bird's here, or like Bird, Gabe, or like if there's a combination of us, you're getting lost somewhere. We'll have to find you.
I'll be the guy on the roof waiting for you guys to find me.
And you're gonna have the best time of your life. Like you're gonna remember these stories for the rest of your life. Dude. We're gonna have Llama drunk in a karaoke bar, booty shaking to Uncle Luke somewhere. He's gonna relive his video that he lost.
The lost video, yes. That's actually the holy grail right now. If you can find that video.
If we find that, I can't wait. I'm gonna find it.
Let's say, Bernie, that one week when you and Hen were both local was crazy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we talked about it, but that week, the last day we went to the beach, and I remember we drank all day at the beach, but you can see in all our eyes, we were all defeated on the inside. We're like, what are we doing? Like, it was, that week was crazy. And the week after that, I remember I didn't touch alcohol for like 2 months after that. Like, I started drinking like a couple months later because I needed to recover. I was like, I'm drinking all the water, dude, because
that's one of
my wallet hurts still from that.
Those life-changing benders, like that's what it is.
You know how like when you get into a big, like they say like a UFC fight, like when they get in a war, they're like, you lose a piece of yourself. When you drink with us, you lose a piece of yourself.
You lose all your humanity. Roman says, it's not for the weak, speaking from experience.
Yeah. Planning for March.
Planning for March. Okay.
He did say he wants to come out here for St. Patty's. That might be an adventure.
Hey, I'll clear it now with the wife. Let's see. Let's see. Llama goes missing, and everyone has to find out what the fuck happened the night before. That's for sure.
We're calling Herc and stuff like, yo, Herc, we need you to come down here and help us.
That's the start of the video. It'd be like, Herc, we fucked up. We can't find him. Herc says he's DJing at some club, was handcuffed to the booth.
To the booth is crazy.
Llama will be the real life giggling grizzly.
Oh, that's our spot out here. They got the best buffalo dip you can have at a bar.
Really?
Oh, okay. It was so good. I went to a Rockies game with my girlfriend, and we went to the Giggling Grizzly to get the buffalo dip because it was right there. And I was like, the best buffalo dip you've ever had. And she confirmed.
And she confirmed? Okay.
Confirmed. Okay. It was delicious, dude. It's good. It's a good dip.
Roman says, I haven't been the most effed up in my life from hanging out with Jay Bird. Hercules, that's when I get the infamous clip. Wild shit this morning.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's on the
one where your chakras were leaving you. I still remember that. Yeah. When you got back.
I took a crazy. Yeah. We might have to watch that.
Yeah, for sure. Or Herc, send me that one. We'll put that one next on the clips. Herc, you have it. I know you do. Let's see. I'll be playing freestyle throwbacks.
Can confirm the buffalo dip is delicious. I'm telling you.
Okay. Confirmation was made. Oh, but Herc says I got you, so the clip is coming my way.
It's not better than Publix buffalo dip. I don't know, man. That shit was fire.
Who said that?
That's what Roman told us.
I say check the source on that one. It's not better than Publix buffalo. Come on.
We're gonna have to do a taste test, dude. Bring it out.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not that good.
Buffalo dip? Buffalo dip is really good. I think I can make a fucking fantastic one if I put my mind to it. But the one at the Giggly, if you're going for a couple green tea shots, a couple JMO gingers, some chips, you know what I mean? Buffalo dip, it's a good night.
There's a place on the way to Stewart, the Tide House. I think we'll go there next time. They got buffalo dip. They got buffalo dip there. That's my wife swears by it. So she went back night 2 with me and said, you got to taste this buffalo dip. So it was good.
One day I had to tell the gay Mountain Dew bottle story.
But sounds like a late night.
I got it on the archives.
Yeah, no. Herc, send me a couple of clips in the archives, man. We'll put them out for sure.
Yeah, I wish I had all our clips from when we first started. Like, I wish that's something I want to get is like I say it all the time, but a fucking hard drive just to save every stream, just to have them because I know there's so many funny clips that I don't have anymore. And luckily, Hurt keeps them all. And if they're really that good, he's edited them before, so that's why probably he has them all. But
yeah, let's see.
I third the buffalo dip. You see, I'm more of an IPA guy. What's this guy?
Yeah,
come on. You know what IPA, dude?
You don't know what an IPA is?
In penis action, dude.
What
kind of IPA we talking about?
That's my son.
That's my son.
That's my boy. That's my son. A boy's just been killed.
Did I hit you hard because you got boys?
Oh my God, did that part hit me hard every time I hear it. Actually, we now walk around and be like, that's my boy, that's my son. We're gonna have to clip this because that was bad. That was really bad.
You gotta, when I say the joke, you gotta put you saying that's my boy. That's my boy. Exactly. Don't even clip your laugh.
Right,
straight
that's
to
my
it.
Son. All right, clip it.
Cat Mom made some fire as a barbacoa tacos tonight. 10 out of 10. Will recommend. Sounds delicious. Drop the recipe in the menu. Hit a Walter Wash and let us know what the recipe is in the chat.
Exactly, Chat Mom. Put it up here for our food segment.
We'll have to when we're together in studio, we'll have to do segments where we cook from the chat. Chat told us on episode 63 about the chicken palm cutlet, and here we are to make it.
Oh, we should bring Walter Walsh in studio.
One of the funniest guys Birdie knows, he says. Birdie's a funny guy.
We put him in the llama kitchen,
mm-hmm.
let him cook, and we just let the microphone run with him talking all kinds of shit. Oh, this is a good idea. Hercules has got have Big Homie host it.
Yep.
Hey, that's Big Homie's wheelhouse for sure.
He's definitely the best cook out of all of us, dude.
Oh yeah.
I know that for a fact. I've worked with him. He's yelled at me before.
Oh yeah.
The only time me and him have ever, there's been two moments, but one of the only, like the first time in our friendship, and I'm talking about, it's over 10 years now. There was only one time we were working at Bonefish together, and things get heated in the kitchen, and sometimes you gotta argue about some shit, and it was like me and him argued with each other. It was like a moment of bro, what the fuck is that? And I had to be like, why are we arguing right now? We're best friends, dude. I don't give a fuck about this job. I know you do. That's why he got mad, because I didn't care as much.
Oh yeah.
And, it was like some dumb shit. Maybe something I forgot exactly what happened, but it was definitely a moment of are we gonna fight right now because of this shit? Out of all the things we've ever said to each other, this is the moment was because somebody forgot fries, dude. Calm down.
Oh my God. Almost ended a friendship over order of fries.
Yeah, dude. But hey, that just shows how much at the end of it, I was it's like if I was on a baseball field and he doesn't care about baseball as much, you know what I mean? So it's I would understand. If he made an error and I'm flipping out, it's bro, I want to win. Same with him in the kitchen. He loves being perfect in the kitchen, so I get it.
Oh, for sure. So listen, that's a good idea, man. Big Homie hosting
I agree.
Food from the chat.
I actually cooked some steak the other day, last Monday. Oh man, I put some time into it. I've been watching food YouTube videos and shit, people making steak, and I really got in the urge of damn, I need to put something together. And I gotta say, it wasn't perfect. There's I could make it a couple more times to perfect it, but it was definitely satisfying to do some shit like that, to see it for weeks of damn, I need to grill a steak perfectly, and I did it. I was damn, yeah, I gotta do it more often.
All right, no, I'm telling you, that's a new revenue stream for the Black
another source of videos,
another source of content. Let's see. So Chat Mom says she can't share it because you hate crockpot. Yes, I do hate crockpots. I'm sorry. They do taste the same. Everything tastes the same out of a goddamn crockpot. But I never say never. I might taste these and not even know it, but they're, Birdie says you might have to tell the story on the pod tomorrow for Gabe. The Mountain Dew
late
bottle
night,
story.
Late night bottle store.
Yeah. It sounds like a late night topic for sure. Hercules says it's like like an episode of The Bear.
You seen that yet?
No, I have not seen that.
First season was really good.
Yeah, and I think you guys talked about that, right? And I have not. I saw the commercials for season 2.
Yeah,
but no.
As being somebody like I always say like, if this shit don't work out, I'm gonna just work in the kitchen the rest of my life. Like something about the kitchen I do enjoy, and like I always tell big homie, because again, the guy that works in the kitchen with like that I can talk to about. But I'm like, man, a story, like I always think about writing stories. I'm like, the best story I could write is like from a kitchen perspective. And the Bear's like the first, besides waiting, like a lot of people in the food industry love waiting. I don't really like, I get it. It's like lowbrow humor of like kitchen shit. It's like funny,
right.
But, and like if you work in the food industry, you understand it. But like the Bear really shows like the passion some people have for the kitchen, and like being in like, and not even just the kitchen, but like being in that environment in like certain restaurants. Like different restaurants have different vibes. Like the restaurant I work at right now is like one of the closest knit group of people I've worked with personally. Like everybody kind of gets along. There's like understanding of the kitchen, and the Bear really like showcases that really well.
No, for sure. Bird says he's almost done with season 2. Roman says he just threw down today for Sunday dinner at the Shore House.
Took a fucking fat shit in between playing games and fucking the podcast. I was waiting for like 30 minutes because of his meal. I was like, it's because he ate that big ass meal, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, yo, where are you at? He said, wiping now. 20 minutes later, dude. Jesus.
TMI, buddy. TMI on that.
Yeah, wiping now is crazy.
Right, exactly.
I never want that text from my friends.
Exactly. Just I'm on my way. That's it. Chatmon, put down the recipe. Here we go. Cube chuck roast, salt, pepper, oil, and fry up the sides. Toss it in the crock pot. She bled a bulb of garlic. I don't know what that means, to bleed a bulb of garlic, but fresh cilantro, bell pepper, or a little spicy guy, onion soup packet, and then she finishes up here. Or a whole onion and beef cube. Pour that shit in with some paprika chili powder, 2 cups of water. Cool that fucker down in low for a few hours. And she says, "You're welcome."
So go to watch that too, Bird. HelloFresh really helped me open up my cooking abilities. Interesting. I have heard good things about HelloFresh. Like the stuff they send you is like you can make good meals out of it.
Well, I think it sends you the all the ingredients, right, and then like the
and the recipes.
Yeah. So that sounds good.
Bird said Heels reaction coming soon. You haven't seen Heels yet, huh?
No, I actually not.
I feel like you should do like a little series, because I think they might be hour episodes. But
are they? Yeah.
But we were planning on doing a reaction series to it because it's a good show and it's about wrestling. I mean, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it way more than I thought. Like I put him on and I was like, these were the nights where like I was watching Sopranos and he was watching that in the Discord, and like there was a lot of shit that obviously me not being a fan of wrestling, I just like it for the story itself. But he was like putting me on to again that knowledge that Bird has. It like, the fuck do you know all this shit? But good show.
For sure. Let's see. So we said still got to watch that. That's what from Herc, and then season 2 of The Bear had me cry in every episode, and gave me PTSD memories. Oh, okay. Shit is real then. And then Chat Mom says I started making all my recipes printed out in the HelloFresh style for our recipe book because the layout just makes it so simple to follow. All right. So cooking with Blackout coming soon to a channel near you.
The Blackout GG channel that Mama tried to so handily gloss over earlier.
I did. No, I did not. All right, man. So we're at about the hour mark. Is there a post Llama stream? Will you be
a little later? I don't know if it's gonna be immediate. I'm kind of hungry.
What's on the menu? What are you thinking?
I don't know yet. Some IPAs. Ended there.
Clip it. That's it. We're done. Oh, here you go. Speaking of channels, I got some fun news coming soon for the boys. He says, stay tuned for a Discord near you. Okay.
Interesting.
And then, yeah, she brought in, the lime. Don't forget to juice 2 lime.
I'm going to forget it. It's not
2 limes for the recipe. We put some cocaine in there.
You
got your lime juice and your 2 lines.
This is for now, and this is also for now.
It's for a little later. All right, so you've got episode of the pre-llama, right, coming out on Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Okay, and then you've got the late night live tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. And then releases on Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah, the late night, that's the best show on YouTube, and people don't know it yet.
It's like I like to say, is one of the best shows that you're not watching yet, but you will.
Yeah, we're not gonna say that. They'll just sleep on it.
Exactly, just sleep on it. And again, still jealous. We don't have our closing, but that's all right. Hercules lets you guys know. Drop those likes and follows for more vibes. Go to Blackout GG, the official Blackout YouTube channel for Blackout AD to find the pre-llama show and the late night with Birdie and AD show, and other awesome content there. If you're interested, make sure you follow him. He's also on Twitch, Blackout_AD. Follow his Twitch channel to support him there as well. That's where you'll find him streaming, and if he gets his food, we'll be streaming later tonight. If you want to support the Big Llama Show, go to the Big Llama channel on YouTube, the Big Llama Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like wrestling reactions or any other types of reaction, go to Big Llama Reacts. That's another channel that I have, and I'm working on to put some content on there. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next Sunday night. Again, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday night here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you find podcasts. This is where we are with the Big Llama Show with Blackout AD. Good night, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
Laters.